I did want to just ask a little bit around, or a question rather, around some of the challenges that companies are going to face when expanding internationally without local entities. You know, there are some red tapes around regulation. We're seeing some coming down the line in the EU. What are some of the main challenges that you see?
I mean, that's a great question, and obviously at RemoFirst, that's what we do. But if you think about expanding globally without having your own local entity, essentially, number one comes the compliance. Understanding there are 180 plus countries, how can you essentially hire a person compliantly? What the compliant means is paying the right taxes, setting up the payroll, understanding different notices, severances, understanding the local regulations, and then most importantly, also preparing the right employment contracts. And then sometimes there are nitty-gritty details where people essentially think about IP clauses and everything. In some countries it's allowed, and the others it is not allowed. So compliance is the cornerstone of understanding the challenge of expanding globally. But second is an admin work. What I mean by admin work is all about essentially setting up the payroll, paying people on time. In some countries, you essentially need to pay people maybe twice a month. In the other countries, you need to pay once a month. But most importantly, if you miss just a 1 day of a payday, you'll get penalized by different governments. So admin work is crucial when you expand globally. And then also, you need to essentially be up to date about updating all your local regulation, and then taxes do change in 180 plus countries, maybe once in 6 months or once in 12 months. And then understanding that you are up to date with all these things is crucial. And then the last bit I would say is the cost. Cost is the biggest factor in expanding globally. And I think that's where RemoFirst is focusing, making the most cost-efficient solution in the market, is because what we realized is that a lot of people go global because they want to save on costs. But they don't realize sometimes that in some of the countries, employer taxes could be 50+%. And then if you add admin fees, it could be maybe easier or cheaper to hire in your local country. So that's where RemoFirst's goal is, to make it as affordable as possible so people don't need to think about the admin fees. And then that's essentially it.